Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are moving on to chapter 3, Intro to Charts and Candlesticks. This is our lesson outline for chapter 3. We'll begin by looking at the types of chart. Then we'll cover the line chart, the bar chart, and the candlestick chart. Followed by that, we'll move on to colors of the chart, where to view charts, and finally a sum up of the lesson. In technical analysis, when we want to look at how a stock is performing, we'll look at its chart. By reading the charts, you will be able to get a lot of information on how the stock is performing. So let's begin by looking at the different types of chart. Now there are many different kinds of chart available, but for this course, I'm going to introduce to you 3 of the more popular kinds of chart. They are the line chart, the bar chart, and the candlestick chart. So let's begin by looking at the line chart. The line chart is the most basic of all the charts, and it is formed by the daily closing prices of the stock, which is the price that the stock closes at every day. However, the problem with a line chart is you can't see the trading range of the day. So what is the trading range, you might ask? Well, in stocks, there are 4 prices that investors are interested in. They are the high, the low, as well as the opening and closing prices for the day. Now, using the high and the low, you can find out what is the trading range of the stock for that particular day. So I'll cover more on this in the next few slides. But now let's take a look at an example of a line chart. So here is a line chart, and you can see that the daily closing prices are connected with a line, and this forms the line chart. So this is the most basic of all the charts. Okay, let's move on to the next chart, the bar chart. So the bar chart, or commonly known as the open, high, low, close chart, because the bars in the bar chart will show you the opening, closing prices, as well as the highest and lowest price that the stock went for the day. So this picture is an example of how a typical day is represented in a bar chart. Now to read a bar chart, here's what you need to know. The left horizontal line, this line shows the price the stock opened at for the day, or the opening price. Now the right horizontal line, this shows the closing price of the stock for the day. And to find out what is the highest point the stock went for the day, you will refer to this point. And to look at the lowest price that the stock reached for that particular day, you will look at this point. So earlier on, I mentioned about the 4 prices investors are interested in: the high, the low, the opening and closing prices. So this is what I mean. The high and low refer to the highest and lowest price that the stock went for that particular day, and the opening and closing prices refers to the price that the stock opened and closed at for that day. So investors are interested in knowing these points, because with these points you can get more information about the stock performance. For example, how volatile the stock is, or how big a jump it made for that day. Let's say you're given the following information. The stock opens at $28, closes at $34, it has a high of $35, and the lowest is $26. So how will this information be represented on a bar chart? Well, we know that the stock will open at $28. So your left horizontal line will show your opening price. So here will show $28. And the stock closes at $34. The right horizontal line will show the closing price of the stock. So this point will indicate the closing price of $34. The highest price is $35, and this is indicated by the top of this line. Here at this point, this indicates the highest price of $35, and the lowest price the stock went for the day is $26. So it will be indicated by the bottom of this line. Here will show the lowest price the stock went, which is $26. Now here is an example of a bar chart. All the days in the chart are represented by bars, and just by looking at the bar chart, you can get more information from the chart compared to if you were looking at a line chart. So what do I mean? First off, you will notice that there are green bars and red bars on the bar chart. A green bar means the closing price for the day is higher than the opening price, whereas a red bar signifies that the closing price for the day is lower than the opening price. So just by looking at the chart and looking at the colors, you can tell if the stock has had more up days or down days. Another feature of using the bar chart is you can look at the trading range of each day. For example, if we were to look at this bar, we can see that this is the opening price and the right line here shows the closing price. We can also tell what is the highest price the stock went as well as the lowest price that the stock went for the day. Another thing you should note is a stock does not have to open at the price it closed yesterday. Now looking at this chart, there are many examples. For example, this day, you can see that the stock closed at this price, but on the next trading day that it opened at this price. So there was a huge jump upwards when the stock opened, and there can also be a huge jump downwards. For example, this day, you can see that the stock closed at this price, and the next day that it opened at this price. So there was a drop downwards. And this is just something for you to take note of, as this is quite common in most stocks as long as they are actively being bought and sold.